This happened to me in late 2021, when I was living alone in a small rented house just outside a quiet town in Texas. It wasn't isolated exactly, but it wasn't crowded either. Just a few houses spaced out, with a lot of empty land in between. The place was cheap, which should have been my first warning sign. The landlord told me straight up, "It's an old house. You'll hear noises at night. That's just how it is." I didn't think much of it. Old houses make noise. Wood expands, pipes creak, animals move around outside. Normal stuff. The first week was completely fine. Then one night, around 2 a.m., I heard it. A thud, right above my bedroom. At first, I thought it might be a branch falling or something hitting the roof. But then I heard it again. Another thud. Then a third. And that's when I realized it wasn't random. It sounded like footsteps. Slow, heavy footsteps, walking from one side of the roof to the other. I sat up in bed, completely still, just listening. Step, step, step. Each one spaced out, deliberate, like someone pacing. I grabbed my phone and checked the time. 2:13 a.m. I told myself it had to be an animal. Maybe a raccoon or a stray dog somehow got up there. But the steps were too heavy, too controlled. Animals don't walk like that. They scurry, they run, they jump. This was different. This was measured, intentional. After about a minute, it stopped. Just like that. Silence. The next morning, I went outside and checked the roof. Nothing. No scratches, no footprints, no broken shingles. I even asked my neighbor if he had seen anything. He just shrugged and said, "Probably animals." So I let it go. But the next night, it came back. Same time, 2:13 a.m. This time, I was ready. I stayed awake, lights off, just waiting. And right on time, thud. Step, step, step. But this night, it didn't stay on the roof. I heard something else. A dragging sound, like something being pulled slowly across the surface. My chest tightened, because whatever it was, it sounded heavy. Too heavy to be any normal animal. I grabbed a flashlight and slowly walked outside. The air felt colder than usual. Too quiet. I stood in the yard and pointed the light up at the roof. Nothing. Completely empty. But the sound didn't stop. It kept moving. Right above me. Step, drag. Step, drag. I remember thinking, this isn't possible. I'm looking right at the roof. There's nothing there. And then, it stopped. Directly above where I was standing. I froze, didn't move, didn't breathe. And then I heard it. Not from the roof this time, but from inside the house. A single step, right above my bedroom. I slowly turned around and looked at the house. Every light was off, doors locked, windows closed. There was no way anyone could have gotten inside. I went back in, heart pounding, and checked every room. Closets, bathroom, kitchen. Nothing. But when I got back to my bedroom, I noticed something I hadn't seen before. Right in the center of the ceiling, there was a faint mark, like a long scratch. I was sure it hadn't been there before. That night, I didn't sleep. The next day, I called the landlord. He sounded annoyed more than anything. I told him everything, the footsteps, the dragging, the sound moving inside. There was a long pause on the phone. Then he said something that still sticks with me. "You're hearing it at 2:13, right?" I felt my stomach drop. I hadn't told him the exact time. I asked him how he knew. Another pause. Then he said, "The last tenant complained about the same thing." I asked him what happened to that tenant. He didn't answer directly, just said, "He didn't stay long." That night, I packed a bag. I didn't plan on staying another week. I just wanted to get through one more night. But at 2:13 a.m., it didn't start on the roof. It started inside, right above me. A single heavy step, then another, walking slowly across the ceiling, from one corner of the room to the other. I couldn't move. I couldn't even look up, because whatever was making that sound, it wasn't outside anymore. And then it stopped, right above my bed. There was a long silence, and then, very softly, I heard a knock, 3 times, directly above my head. I left that house before sunrise, didn't go back for the rest of my things, didn't care. To this day, I still don't know what was making those sounds, but I do know this: it followed the exact same pattern, same time, same movement, every night, like it was waiting. And whatever it was, on that last night, it finally found its way inside.